Today, we're going to be comparing two of the top brokers to decide which one is better. If you don't know about me, I've been trading for over 10 years and I've used hundreds of different brokers. So let's put these two head to head to decide which one is better. None of this is financial advice, but today it's Stoic versus ADN. So here we are on StoicFX, and this is one of the top tier brokers out there right now, and that is why we're putting it head to head with ADN Broker. Both of these get pretty good reviews out there, but from my opinion, guys, and from my experience, I would just say there is one that is slightly better. Now, starting off with regulation, we can see that StoicFX is authorized by the FSP, registered in the Republic of South Africa. Now, what does this mean? Well, basically, because they're registered out of South Africa, it offers you to actually trade from many different countries. Whereas if we go to ADN Broker, you can scour the entire site, but there's no specific regulation mentioned, and that is, from my opinion, quite worrying. Now, if we go to Google, we can see that yes, if we do type in ADN broker regulation, these guys have no specific government regulation. So basically, they don't hold a license from any traditional financial regulatory body. Now, this would normally be something that is quite good for some people, but now there are no real benefits from that because your money basically will not be safe. The broker can do whatever they want, and they don't really answer to any authority. That's why StoicFX is probably going to win on that front, because they do have that regulation, and because it's in South Africa, it does allow you to trade from tons of different countries, and that for me is fantastic. Now, what about spreads? Well, here we can see on ADN Broker, we do have real-time quotes that they are offering, but I haven't actually seen these move too much on the site. We could see it just moved a little bit there, but generally you're going to see BTC at 23, you've got oil at 0.028, etc., etc. Now, if we go to StoicFX, on the other hand, these guys do promise super low spreads, and from my experience here, guys, using this platform, I will say it is far superior to ADN. I mean, these guys are offering way cheaper spreads. I've seen Bitcoin, for example, under 20 for spreads in some cases, so that is fantastic, but definitely sign up and check it out yourself if you do want to make the comparison. Guys, if you're looking to grow your social media, you should definitely be using SMM Go, the sponsor of this video. These guys provide real views, real services, and they have a fantastic support system as well. And to be honest, guys, every YouTuber that gets big starts out using an SMM service, and this is how you can turn your social media into an absolute rocket ship. So don't just take my word for it. Head to smmgo.io today and change your socials for the better with real likes, real views, and real growth across the board. Check it out in the description, and let's get back to the video. Now, when it comes to technology, just from my experience using both of these platforms, I would say StoicFX is far superior on that front. The reason for that is because they have newer infrastructure, which means they can execute orders faster, which means you get lower slippage. Now, what is slippage? Slippage is where you would take a trade, but there's congestion in the market, and you don't get into the trade for a few seconds, which basically means if the market moves or it's in the middle of a pump, you could get a worse entry than you wanted when you entered, and potentially the whole trade could be ruined. Whereas with StoicFX, I have found it's basically instant, probably 0.2, 0.5 of a second, which is absolutely fine mid-pump. And for me, yes, that is a massive criteria tick box when I'm choosing a broker, because when you want to get into a trade, you want to get into it fast. So for reliable execution, StoicFX are definitely taking the win there. Now, this doesn't really apply to me because I'm trading with huge amounts, but if you are looking to get involved with trading, you do just want to put in 10, 50 bucks, something like this, well, StoicFX actually have a minimum deposit of $10, which is by far the lowest amount I have seen on any broker right now. So definitely consider using that because, yeah, if you do just want to try your hand at trading, this is definitely the place to go. Otherwise, you're going to have to go to other brokers where you have to put in 50 bucks, 100 bucks, sometimes even 250 bucks just to try it out, which is crazy, right? If you didn't want to put in the 10 minimum deposit and you do just want to try out the platform as well, these guys do have demo trading too. So you can really get to know the platform, really just learn it inside out. And then, yes, you can actually deposit after that. And if you still want to deposit small amounts, StoicFX have you covered. Now, looking at ADN here, guys, it's no surprise their minimum deposit is $100, which is pretty high considering a lot of people will just want to get involved with small amounts to test the platform out. So yes, definitely take that into account. And honestly, guys, if I am comparing these side by side, the regulation side for ADN is really just a deal breaker for me. I don't want to be trading on a broker that isn't regulated. The risk is just too high. And then we've got the minimum deposit, which is $100. Whereas if I do just want to check it out, try a couple trades, $10 on StoicFX is definitely going to be the win there. And then when we're talking about speeds, as we've already done, yes, StoicFX is going to win on that front here. So that is the comparison between StoicFX and ADN Broker. You guys probably know by now who the winner is. It is going to be StoicFX, so definitely check them out in the description. Another important point here, guys, is these guys have fantastic liquidity around them. What does that mean? Well, it's basically order books layered to both sides. So if you do put in a trade, then you're not going to be getting slippage. You're not going to be getting any problems here. You're going to get in roughly where you entered, which is a massive criteria tick box for me. But that is going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.